play other champions, because you're never gonna learn. What's going on, guys? Vizais here, and into this video we will go very in depth on how can you review your own OPGG in case you want to see the biggest mistakes that hold your climb and improvement back. In this video I will give you tips and tricks on how to do that properly for every single role. If this is the first time on the channel, my name is Vizais and I'm a League of Legends coach with over 8 years experience, and I hit Challenger in Season 9. I have more than 2,500 of players coached on all roles with ranks between Bronze and Challenger. On this channel I will post videos for players that want to get better, so if you want to make sure you don't miss out any bit of content that will make you better from this channel, go ahead right now and subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Remember that what you're seeing right now is just a very limited part of my premium personalized coaching session that people want to book with me if they want to improve hard and climb very fast. Learn more about my coaching by the end of the video, or go to the description of the video right now to find out everything that you're gonna get. Enjoy the video. Today we're going to analyze 5 OPGGs from 5 different roles, so you can actually see how a challenger player actually does it properly, so you can learn. The first OPGG that we're going to analyze is, as you guys can see, the OPGG of an AD carry mage. The first thing that I'm going to look at is his rank. So he's gold 4, so obviously my standards in the analyzation are going to be gold 4. I'm not going to say, hey, you should have 10 farm per minute. No, he's playing in gold 4, so maybe 7.5 average is all what he should be looking to do. It's more than enough for a gold 4 player. Then the first thing that I do is, again, I look at the rank. Then I'm gonna look at what rank he was last season, because if he's gold 4 now but he was diamond 4 last season, then obviously this means he either decreased his performance or maybe he's just a very good player but the MMR holded him back. So I'm gonna look at his rank. Then I'm gonna look at his win rate, 55%. This means that he's not a coin flip player, he's a consistent player. He played already 230 250 games on in gold 4, so he's probably gold 3 gold 4 player, kind of stacked. He's a little bit, so he's climbing quite consistently but not really. If he had 60% win rate, then this means that he could maybe get towards gold 1, but with 55 I think his rank is between gold 2 and gold 4, so I think this guy is where he should be. Then I'm gonna instantly look at this champ: Kai'Sa, Lucian, Ashe, Twitch, Tristana. The Tristana, Twitch and Ashe doesn't matter because the sample size is too low, so I'm gonna look at the amount of games that he plays on the champ. Then I'm gonna look at his most played, 57 win rate on Kai'Sa. This is very good actually, 57 out of 165 games. I see that he plays a lot of Kai'Sa, so I'm gonna see that he actually doesn't have games on other champions, so he's probably a very good champion on Kai'Sa, but on other champions probably he's not. So this guy, if he climbed only on playing Kai'Sa, this means his knowledge about the other champions is not that good, so this is my first assumption. I can see his KDA, so the next thing I'm gonna look is KDA. He has a 3 deaths per ratio KDA, and on every single champion he has a very low KDA. This is actually a bad thing. It can also be considered good, but I think it's a bad thing. So he has 9 kills per game, so this is good, and he only has 3 deaths per game on average. This is actually very interesting, because usually players that have low death ratio and really good KDA like this are bad players. They don't know how to play the game, they don't take any risks at all, and they don't know how to engage. They always stay behind, they play way too safe. They play what I call the Jana playstyle: stay in Africa, stay behind of everyone and have a good KDA. That's not how you win the game. So my first assumption here is that this guy is not gonna know how to do damage, and this is why he's only gold. So I'm gonna check his game. So now we're gonna see first game he does 13k damage, Karma does 8k damage. We can see that Jin does a lot more. Okay, maybe it's just a coincidence. The next game he has 23 kills, so I'm gonna expect minimum 40k damage, 50k damage minimum in a 40 minutes game. So we're gonna open the game, and right here he did 62k damage, which is actually good. So maybe we're wrong with the damage, but then we're gonna check again the next game. The next game he did 17k damage in a composition where he has relatively bad teammate top lane, jungle is losing, and he does more than the enemy AD carry. This is good. This guy could maybe be smurfing. We can see that. Okay, so next game as well he does 33k damage, so it's not good but it's not bad, because the thing is he plays a 37 minutes game and he does only 33k damage. The next thing that you guys have to look at is what is the composition that he plays against supposed to do, because now he has an Alistar with an Ahri Charm setup, so it's pretty good for Kai'Sa to play against. And Kai'Sa against, come on, let's be honest guys, Garen, Viego, Akali, it's so easy to play against this composition. Garen is so useless against Kai'Sa when you have Alistar. Viego is so useless against Kai'Sa when you have Alistar. Akali, same thing, if Alistar protects you, it should be super simple to win. So only 33k damage is very concerning. Then next game, what happens is, again, he does damage but it's not quite good. So this guy deserves between gold 1 and gold 4 as a rank. Again, he has a very good KDA, but his problem is most likely he doesn't know how to take risks, he doesn't know how to play team fight, he doesn't know when to actually commit for a fight so he can get in there. He's very scared of not dying, he's very scared of engaging, very scared of committing, and he plays way too safe. Is he a good player? Well, he deserves between gold 1 and gold 4. So this is basically my analysis. The next OPGG is gonna be a silver 1 OPGG. So again, silver 1 with 36% win rate. We're gonna see that he doesn't really have okay, so it's the early season, so he has some sample size on the games, but we can see that he plays so many stuff. So this is a random field player OPGG, so there is nothing to say right here. He plays a bunch of stuff. He has no idea how to play the game. We can see he has 15 deaths per game, 14 deaths. So players like this usually are very coin flip. They take unnecessary risk, they don't know when to go in, they don't know how the game works, they don't know exactly when to engage. So this guy should set up a goal. Hey, do I want to have fun, or hey, do I want to climb? Because if I want to have fun or if I want to improve, there are two different things. If you want to have fun, keep doing what you're doing, play a bunch of champions. It doesn't matter, you're gonna lose your rank, you're gonna get in bronze, it doesn't matter. If you want to have fun, that's completely fine. But if you want to climb, maybe you should just choose one role, and maybe you should just choose 2 champions, maybe 3. The amount of champions should be chosen based on how much time you have to play the game. So if this guy, I can see he plays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games per day. I mean, if you can play 5 games per day, you could go for 2 or 3 champions. If you have less than 5 games per day, I think that 2 champions maximum is important. So this guy should ask himself, hey, I'm playing a bunch of champions and I'm clearly not good on any of those. I have 11% win rate on Aatrox, so I'm just trying him out. Maybe I saw it in LCS, LCK, and I just played. Well, sure, but you should learn it first, and you should make sure you don't play a bunch of random champions. If you want to have fun, sure, that's completely fine. But if you want to start improving, maybe limit the champion pool and just play one role could actually help you. Third OPGG is gonna be support main. 3 OPGG. Okay, so gold 3 player with 45% win rate, and he has a bunch of a good sample size right here early season. Of course, if he has like only 10 games or 5 games, it's very hard to analyze the OPGG, so you guys need to look at this as well. I'm gonna look at the Platinum 4 last season, so this guy is a relatively good player, and instantly I'm gonna see that he plays Nami, Lulu, Soraka, Janna. So players like this are usually, and I don't want to say this to offend anyone, but players are very bad. Nami, Lulu, Janna, Soraka, they usually have no idea how to trade, they don't know how to position it, they don't know when to go in, they don't know how to actually play the lane phase, and they just AFK. And we can see that this guy plays these champions, and he's also playing ultra safe, 7 KDA. This is completely horrible. So this guy is probably gonna be stuck so much, because not only that he plays a champion that does not allow him to learn the game. Imagine you play Yumi, you play Janna, you play Heimerdinger, you're not gonna learn anything. You're just gonna stay, put the towers, chill. You need to play a champion that will allow you to learn the game. So if you want to play support, you should play more Leona, you should play more Nautilus, Alistar, or champions that actually have some agency, champions that are actually good to help you to learn the game. If you play Soraka and Lulu, yes, they are fun, but it's not probably gonna help you to improve if you try to do it by yourself. If you try to play 1k games, 2k games on Lulu and Janna, this guy, I guarantee him that he's never gonna get past Platinum 3, because the champions that he plays does not allow him to improve. Of course, if he gets coaching, or if he gets some help, he can definitely get diamond, or maybe even more, depends on him. But I think that if you play this kind of champs, you play mid lane Malzahar only, you play let's say jungle Shyvana only, you play support Yumi only, champions are not gonna allow you to do anything. You just chill and farm the whole game. You're not gonna learn wave management, you're not gonna learn how to trade, you're not gonna learn jungle tracking, you're not gonna learn anything by playing those champs. So this guy, clearly he's gonna run into a circle for a long time. I can see in his KDA he plays too safe, way too safe. I would prefer him to have 6 deaths ratio, so in case in case, so what you guys can see in terms of the dead ratio is that if you guys watch some players that actually climbed to diamond, and last season they were support players and they were silver, you guys can see that there are seasons, the first season they have 7-8 dead ratio, but then the more season they play, they have 5 dead ratio, 4 dead ratio, 3 dead ratio. Why? It's because they try to engage, they try to go there and they try to go there and die, they try to limit test, and as the seasons just pass, they were learning the game. But this guy, he AFKs behind of the AD carry, he doesn't really learn anything, he just stays behind of the AD carry and he just doesn't do anything. Next OPGG, jungle main. This guy I really like, so his gold 3 is 54% win rate, he plays Nocturne, 55% win rate on Nocturne, he has a good KDA right here, 6 dead ratio is pretty good in my opinion, because this means he takes risk and he's not a pussy. I like it. He does have good KDAs on champions that he plays. I can clearly see that he plays mainly Nocturne and on Diana or anything else. He's like inting, griffing, but this is good because he's gonna learn the game faster by playing less champions. The problem with jungle mains and the problem with this guy as well is that I don't think he's gonna be able to get more than gold 1, maybe maximum platinum 4, because when you play support and when you play jungle, really you need to have good knowledge about wave management, you need to have good knowledge about trading, you need to have good knowledge about lane, you need to know how lane works. And if you play only Nocturne, and I don't see here any normal games on mid lane, some or maybe this guy should make a smurf to play mid lane, to play top lane, to play other champions, because you're never gonna learn jungle if you play only jungle. You're never gonna learn lanes, you're never gonna learn wave management, you're never gonna learn the game. This guy is on the right path, but I think he's gonna hit a wall around platinum 4, and it's gonna be very hard, maybe even impossible to climb for him out of platinum 4, unless he makes a smurf and he plays some mid lane and top lane, so he actually gets a better understanding about lanes, or maybe of course with coaching this guy can also get much faster his desired rank. The next thing that I'm gonna look is basically his damage. Yes, he does really good damage, so he's clearly good on Nocturne. So I can instantly say that this guy's mistake, since he's good on Nocturne, he's probably good on jungle, is that he doesn't understand wave states, he doesn't understand map awareness, he doesn't understand lanes. Who is the win condition? Who do I wanna pat around? Who has prio? Who's gonna win in this matchup? The theoretical information that any jungle and even support, I would say, should have in this game. If you play the carry, you can just have good hands and just win the games until Diamond 4, you have no problems even with bad macro. But if you're a jungle main and if you play Nocturne especially, you need to have good macro, because the mechanics are not gonna save you if you play a jungle like Nocturne. Maybe if you played Lee Sin, the mechanics could maybe help you, but on Nocturne and in general on a jungle, you need to have a better brain, you need to think about the game on a deeper level. The next OPGG is gonna be OPGG of this Rengar, but this Rengar is clearly smurfing. He has 70% win rate, he does have like a lot of kills and 0 deaths, 3 deaths, 0 deaths, 6 deaths, so this guy is clearly smurfing, we can instantly see right here. So we're not going to really analyze his OPGG. I mean, I could tell you guys that he's not a big high elo smurf, so he's playing in gold 1 and he only has 10 kills per game, 11 kills per game. Right here he has 22, so in my opinion, if this guy was challenger or grandmaster, he would have a lot more kills, he would have like more than 15 kills every single game. I think he's around master, maybe diamond 1. I don't think he's more, so he's not really that high elo, but definitely this is a smurf. And the mid lane, this guy is Zerat mains. He has 48% win rate and 49% win rate on Zerat, so this is a red flag. I can see that he has 49% win rate on the Zerat, and I can also see that he has a low kill ratio, but a pretty good death ratio. 4.9 is not that bad. I would say that 4.5 is kind of the sweet spot for a Zerat main, but in gold 1, I think it's okay. Let's see, he has 49% win rate, so I would suppose that he does have big problems in terms of the fundamentals. But when I'm gonna look at his KDAs here, they look good. Only 5 deaths, only 2 deaths, 4 deaths. He plays with Ghost, which I don't like, but again, maybe this is his playstyle. He has good KDA, good rate ratio, insane farm, 9 farm, 7.3 farm, 7 point. This is really good for a gold player to have more than 7.3. This is good. So this guy could be smurfing unless, and this is my estimation because this guy probably deserves his rank, he doesn't damage. So if you have this good farm and your worst games you have 6.5 farm per minute, which is high, very high for a gold player, you're probably not doing damage. So let's see Let's see if he's doing damage. I might be wrong. So if we're opening the game and he doesn't, as a Zerat, I'm expecting him to do the most damage in the game. He's playing Zerat. When he plays Zerat, Ezreal. Okay, so this guy, he did 33k damage in 29 minutes. Not the best, but I guess you can argue that he played against Thresh, Nocturne, Akali, Lee Sin, so I guess this guy has a reason here. The next game, he did not do damage. Okay, in this game, again, you can give him an excuse that he doesn't really get his Zerat, so let's go to the third game. The third game, he does again 25k damage in 27 minutes. Again, it's decent, but I wouldn't say it's something special. The next game, he does 19k damage and the enemy already does 15k. So he's slightly better than the enemy mid laner. The problem is that he needs to be a lot better than the enemy mid laner in terms of damage when he plays Zerat. So this guy, so clearly I think that his biggest problem is decision making and doing damage. Well, first of all, it's doing damage. This is a problem, but this could be for two reasons. One, maybe he just doesn't know how to move on the map and he doesn't have good decisions. Maybe he's split pushing too much and he has this farm. This could be a problem as well. Or maybe he doesn't have the mechanics, which I think that it's actually true, because I don't think if you have good mechanics on Zerat, you're gonna have only 5 kills in gold. You're gonna have around 8, 9, 7. I think 5 kills is pretty low for a Zerat main. So this is basically how I do OPGG review. If you guys are looking for a specialized professional OPGG, remember that I actually give that for free on my stream. So go ahead. If you guys are looking for a specialized professional OPGG, remember that I actually give that for free on my stream. So go ahead right now on www.twitch.tv besides follow, and when you're gonna see me on stream, send me the link of your OPGG and I'm gonna give it to you for free. You're gonna see what you're doing wrong, how to fix it, and everything that you need to do to find those mistakes. I'll see you on my stream.